Hi there, this is Anthony Wintle, also known as AKW, and I'm just going to talk about the MXO chart. Okay, so to start with, we'll look at the share price. As you can see, it's dropped slightly over the past day and a half. So, the reason behind that, I believe, if we look down at the money flow, there does seem to have been, it's the bottom one there, where the cursor is now. Okay, so as you can see, there has been a bit of a sell-off. Now, that's obviously a clear indicator as to why the share price has dropped. Looking at the fractal dimension, that's adjusted accordingly. It's shown that it's taken into account the fact that the share price has dropped slightly. The fractal dimension is in fact just a binary, almost a binary indicator where it shows, it smooths out the share price movement and allows you to better indicate whether or not it's a down or an upwards trend. Looking at the true strength, however, you can see that it's generally moving up. I think it's found its base. I certainly think that there is more upside. Looking at that particular indicator, there certainly seems to be more upside. However, if you look at the Arun, it's at a pivotal point now. I don't think you can see it exactly on this video. My camera doesn't seem to focus on it, but in your own time, go onto the ADVFN site. You have to do it on Internet Explorer. Go onto the 1 second, I'll tell you exactly what it's called. Go onto the Pro chart, and you'll be able to use all these indicators. You just simply select and you pick in the ones that you want to use. Okay, so like I said, the Arun, take a look at it, and as you can see, the up is almost below the down now. They're both declining at the same rate. Now, it's not a real concern because there is going to be a lot of news flow of the upcoming weeks, even months. So certainly not something that you should be worrying about at this stage. But it indicates that it shouldn't be a buying opportunity at this stage. It's not something that you should be putting your money in. There is there's a possibility that there's more downside at this stage. Now, I've just put in a red line. I'm thinking that the general trend at this stage is going to be upwards. It could quite easily go down back to its base, but I certainly think that 2 pence per share is its base. If it drops back down to that, that's a buying opportunity. At this stage, if you've got shares, certainly you're holding, it's a position now where you can hold, knowing that the downside's limited, but the upside, if the Arun continues to be, an up above the down, there's certainly more upside to be had in terms of the share price. And just looking at like I said, the true strength indicator is pointing towards a general increase in sentiment. It looks like there's going to be an upwards trend starting, or if not already started. We'll know more over the next few days, depending on where the share price moves and where the true strength indicator ends up by the end of the week. Just looking at the fractal dimension, like I said, overall it seems to be on the upwards trend. It's leveled out a bit. It all comes down to, at this stage, whether or not it peaks up again. If it peaks up again, the share price peaks up, we'll have a true indication at that stage whether or not the fractal dimension will peak in, or whether or not it will start to trough. Just looking at the money flow, like I said, there has been a bit of a sell-off today, and assuming that sell-off isn't overdone, assuming that there isn't a lot of shorters in the background, that could quite easily change, and in a strong way, it could quite easily go up past the 0.2 pence, 0.2 mark. Certainly don't see it falling below the, falling anywhere close to the 0.2 again at this stage in the year. I certainly think because of all the news that's due, we can't see very much more downside at this stage. If you look at my Hurricane Energy charts, which I've made public now, you'll see that this type of predictive charting does in fact work. it just takes a lot of time and effort to go through all the different indicators and find the ones that match in. Now, I start off with the Arun because, everything, if you're going to find something that's going to match, it's going to be with the Arun. That's the trend that I've found in charting. The Arun has become probably one of my most used indicators, and you can quite easily see why as well, because it's such a great tool to give you an idea of where the upwards and downwards trends, where the upwards trend's starting and where the downwards trend's starting, and used with other indicators, you can get a clear idea of where the share price might end up. Just looking back, I'll just put my cursor on it. This is a clear indicator of where the Arun came into play. Over this period here. If you look up at the share price at the same period, you can see that this is a general upwards trend in that particular period. The upwards trend continued on until here, where the downwards trend started. Now you can see that it actually peaked up again at that stage. Well, that wasn't an indication of a bull run again. Any indication that the share price was going to continue upwards. In fact, because of the Arun and because of the way that the true strength and, in fact, even the fractal dimension, everything pointed towards a downwards trend at that stage, and there was a sell-off to top everything all off. So that's why the share price plummeted. Trying to catch that at that stage would be foolish. Even at that stage, the Arun was still saying that there's more downside. It's saying clearly that you should not be buying at this stage, and it continued down. And at this stage, it even said, "Stop, do not buy." The share price has increased since then, and now that it's turned green, that's an indicator now that this is a buying opportunity. This is where we should be buying. Like I said, if you're not already in, wait. It could drop a bit more, or if you've got, if you're quite happy with paying the kind of 2.5 or that thereabouts kind of price, certainly there is upside. So take into consideration that you can get a cheaper price possibly, but the Arun is indicating at this stage that there is there's an upside. It just depends on where it goes tomorrow, and the days thereafter. Okay, so that's all I'm going to talk about today. Like I said, target sale price for MXO at the moment is the 4p per share mark. Thereafter, it'll depend on what news arrives. Thank you for listening, and bye.